Good morning. I know nobody's here, but I'm going to pop on here for a quick live stream and tell everybody Happy Mother's Day. And I'm going to read but I'm going to pop on here for a quick live stream and tell everybody. Heard myself. Anyway, I was playing on the other channel and I had meant to have it all muted. Oh, just a minute. I didn't have the refrigerator door shut. I'd got the sausage out and popped it in the skillet. And then I'd come over here real quick. I'm not going to stay here long, but I'm going to read Proverbs 31. Oh, the verses 10 through 31. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant ship. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She considereth the field, and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hand she planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good, and her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reaches forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry, her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellence them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. I kind of feel like I'm a Proverbs 31 woman. I really do. I know I kind of go by traditional ways in my household. My husband's the head of this household, but he loves me, and we get along pretty good, and just share the workload, and just get it done together, and enjoy being together. Is that kind of the way it is in your house and some of y'all's? Anyway, have I got anybody in here this morning for this short live? It says that there's 4, but I don't know. I've pinned a link if you want to come up so I can tell you Happy Mother's Day in person. No, nobody this morning. But anyway, Happy Mother's Day, Joyce. Happy Mother's Day to you, Joyce. I always love it when you come in. And I see all those roses. I need to send you back roses. I just give you a hug and a kiss. Do you have plans for today? I don't much. My husband said he'd take me to Atwood's today, and I think it's because he thinks he's going to get me let me pick my own Mother's Day present while we're out there. He may buy me chickens. I don't know. Well, thank you, Joyce. I sure do appreciate that. It means a lot to me. It means a whole lot. But you don't need to do that. I appreciate it very, very much. That's like the 3rd time you gave me a super sticker. And here you are again. So glad to see you. Happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day to you, Linda Denton. I wanted to come on here for a few minutes, and I read the chapter in Proverbs about women because it's Mother's Day. I think there's a lot of us good women out there. There really are. Joyce and and Linda, and we got Cora. I lost my, let's see. Let me go back and I'm missing one. Let me go back. Hello, Rita. God bless you from Australia. Well, here in America, we're celebrating Mother's Day today. So if you're a mother, happy Mother's Day to you. Or if you'll be a mother someday or grandmother. I lost my mother back in July. I'm going to take her some flowers. That's nice. I would too. I'd take some flowers and put out. You know, here, you probably do too, but here it's Decoration Day, well, where my daddy's buried and my sister. So we'll be taking flowers over there after a while for decoration. And happy Mother's Day to Christine Newton. Happy Mother's Day to you. Hugs and kisses to you. It was Mother's Day in the UK, March. All right. We're just, today's our Mother's Day. And like I said, I'm in the South, and we also do the decorations where we go to the cemeteries and put flowers on the graves of the loved ones that are gone. And Joyce is saying happy Mother's Day to Kara and Linda and Christine. Somebody needs to come up and talk to me just a little bit. I'm going to have to turn around a minute and turn my skillet on because it'll be time to make breakfast. Happy Mother's Day to everyone in the U.S. The mothers, the fathers that have to act like mothers, the grandmothers that are raising their children, just the mothers to fur babies. Just happy Mother's Day to everyone. Happy Mother's Day. I just found your channel from Indiana. Watched you on Susan's channel. Love all your videos and all your quilts. Well, thank you for being here. I'm just an old country gal, and one day I might be sewing quilts, and the next day I may be out in the garden with dirt under my fingernails. And I've already been back to the pond fishing this morning. I'm a farm wife. I live on a farm. We raise animals. We have chickens and cows, and I think the least thing I like to do is go shopping in town, but I have to every once in a while. But thank you, Rowena, for being here. I appreciate it. Linda says, Joyce, thank you, and happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day to Joyce says, happy Mother's Day to Rowena. And thank you, Linda. Hey, there's 351 Cleveland. I was watching you catch those little old fish yesterday. And I think you had just a pole and a bobber and a hook. And I was just watching that. And that brought back memories of me when I was, it had been 50 some years ago, where we'd go down to the pond on my mom and dad's farm, and my grandma and some of her sisters would come. Now, these were elderly ladies, but they'd sit there on the bank and throw that cane pole with the hook and the bobber out there with the worm and catch them little old perch. And back in that day, there was this old wood cook stove down at the pond, and them old ladies, they'd bring some potatoes and peel them and fry them, and they'd clean them little old perch and bring them down to that pond. We'd have a fish fry down at the pond. But I said, I'm going back 55 years ago. All them's gone now. I'm as old as now as they were then, and I was just a little kid. But it was fun watching you catch them fish and throw them in that bucket. You had a bucket full of them, 351 Cleveland. What, you love the farm life? Let's see. My mom is 88 years old, and she's looking forward to her 4th grade grandbaby. My niece is expecting a little boy in August. Wow. You know, my mama's 88 years old. We had her birthday party on here back in April. April the 17th was her birthday, and she turned 88, and we had her birthday party. A bunch of you YouTube friends were here and helped me celebrate, and a bunch of them sent her cards. And congratulations on the little boy that's coming in August. That's something. Oh, good morning, Linda Peterson. Happy Mother's Day to you. I hadn't talked to you in a few days. How you doing? I hope you're doing better. And Joyce says, Kara, that's wonderful. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. That I enjoyed that video. I did. Made me want to be there on the side of the pond, bank of the pond, fishing with you. If you bait my hook, because I don't put worms on a hook. When I was a kid and I'd go fishing with my brother, he used to, and we had that big pond, and we'd like to all go fishing, and worms is about all we had back in that day, cane poles and worms and bobbers, and I'd have to get somebody to bait my hook, because I will not put a worm on a hook. So, but I can take the fish off. It don't bother me to take the fish off the hook, but I don't like them worms. I went back and watched all your videos and loved every one of them. I think we're close to the same age. Well, I'm not a young woman. You can tell that. Good morning, John. Good. And she says, good morning and happy Mother's Day. And Joyce loves the farm life. And Joyce says, good morning to 351. And Linda says she's doing good. John, good morning. And waving back. Worms are easy. Well, they are. I'm not saying they're hard to put on, but I don't like to touch them. They remind me too much of a snake, and I don't do squiggly, squirrely, wiggly worms. I just don't do worms at all. And a lot of times when I'm out at the wood pile this winter and getting wood and stuff, I'd move a stick and there'd be big old night crawlers. Some of them things would be big old worms. We haven't had much luck fishing with the lures the last couple of days. I told Terry that maybe we need to get some worms. My husband told my husband, Terry, maybe we need to get some worms and fish with worms and bobbers. But I told him he'd have to put the worm on the hook. Not me. Linda saying good morning to all of y'all. Rennie, loved your Rosie Star quilt. I have that pattern, and after watching your video, I'm going to get some fabric and make it. That was a pretty quilt. And I gave that quilt away for my birthday. For my birthday, I had a giveaway, and I had the contestants, or the people, not contestants, the people interested send me a birthday card. And from them birthday cards, I draw the winner. And I remember who won it. I thought I did. Yeah. What was her name? Susan. Susan won that Rosie Stars, and I think I sent it to Pennsylvania's where she was at. Oh, I get scatterbrained. I get over here and go talking and not even thinking what I'm talking about. Happy Mother's Day to June Hanson. A bass or crappie won't bite you, but a catfish will. I don't do them worms. But you have to, I'm not worried about them biting me, but those gills or whatever will poke you if you don't hold just right. But those bass, that little old mouth feels like sandpaper in it, but I don't worry about them hurting me. I guess a worm ain't even got a mouth and couldn't hurt me, but I don't like to touch them. Hope all the moms out there have a beautiful Mother's Day. I do too. I know it's a sad day for some people, because I know there's dysfunctional families and things aren't always perfect in the world, but that's life. We just have to pick up the pieces and do the best we can and go on with what we do have. No, not snakes, just noodles. That's what I think of. Noodles. Well, and happy Mother's Day, God's favorite. Good morning to you, Manella Perry, and happy Mother's Day to you. I just popping on here for a few minutes. See how you guys were doing. And Linda says, God's favorite. Good morning and happy Mother's Day to you also. Happy Mother's Day to you, sweetheart, and I enjoy very much watching your beautiful video. I enjoy making them for y'all. I'm telling you people, I'm a shy, quiet woman, but I got so old that if I wasn't going to do it, I wasn't ever going to get it done, so I finally just went with it. And part of the time, if I waited for my hair to be fixed, my house to be clean, for everything to be perfect, I'd never get on here. So sometimes I just come on here like I am and spend some time with you guys. Sometimes I spend a lot of time, like some of those lives. I've done a 2-hour and I think a 3-hour live. That's a long time. Good morning, Mona. Saw you last night. Spent part of the night with you last night on that live. Happy Mother's Day to you. And I know you said you were fixing a roast today for Mother's Day, if I remember right. And Mona's saying Happy Mother's Day. And Joyce is saying Happy Mother's Day to Mona. I've gone 16 minutes. We better get these Mother's Day wishes in because I've got to make breakfast. It's still frozen. You didn't get it thawed out to cook. You'll get it. You'll get it done. If not, go get you a pizza. That sounds less work anyway, don't it? Yo, Chana Sharber, Happy Mother's Day. Indiana, Happy Mother's Day to you. From Arkansas is where I'm telling you Happy Mother's Day from. Southern state of Arkansas, here in the foothills of the Ozarks. I put it in the fridge yesterday, so you'll get it done. And if you don't, make them take you out to eat. Well, is this all we're going to have this morning? I've got on my crazy chicken lady shirt this morning. Because I'm the crazy chicken lady. Mona, if not, you'll go to dinner and get one. Yeah, that's what you probably ought to do anyway. And Joyce, thank you for coming on today. I was hoping I could see you and tell y'all Happy Mother's Day. And I kind of want to come back tonight. You guys got to show up if I come back tonight. That reminds me, I got fruit out since 3 a.m. unthawing. You'll get it taken care of. Mona's still in PJs. Mona, I've done been back on the pond fishing this morning, and we didn't catch a thing. We got to the pond before the cows did, but nothing was biting, so we didn't catch anything. I'm not a crazy chicken lady. Well, that's debatable, ain't it? Okay. If you're awake, we'll be there and we'll stream together again if you want to. Hear my roosters are crowing out there. Linda's in her PJs. I've actually got my clothes on. I already had my boots on once this morning. I got my shoes off now, but I had my boots on. All right, we'd love to have you show up and just cut up with us. Some of them's are sewing, some of them's are talking, some of them's are just crocheting. They just do all kinds of things. Just keep each other company while we're on here for a little while. And I don't neglect my husband when I'm on here talking to you guys. He always has to come first. And I take care of him. And we're together 24/7. So you guys are the only other outside interaction I get sometimes. Well, I take that back. I see the grandkids a lot and the kids. But you guys are from all around the world. The UK and Australia. You could watch me for hours. I couldn't talk for hours. That's the reason I tried to get people up on the screen with me, because I couldn't talk for hours. Lionfish. Good morning, Lionfish. All right, my 20 minutes is up. My husband will be driving back up from the other chores he had to go do on the farm, and he'll want breakfast. So I'm going to make him some breakfast like I do every morning. He don't, you know what? My husband don't like cold cereal. He won't eat cold cereal. Oh, he might if I made him, but I'm going to fry him some sausage patties and some eggs. Rita, they got me on so many pills now that it's breakfast to me, and that's not good. I sure hope you get to feeling better quick. I've been missing seeing you on some of my lives. Joyce's line, good morning. Mona, I'm going to try and get a walk in this morning. I need some exercise other than sitting here on this laptop all morning. So, okay, see y'all tonight. I need to put a binding on that Jacob's ladder. And actually what I want to do is get the binding sewed on it and then sit here and talk to y'all while I sew it down by hand. But because I've got 2 quilts that I need to put a binding on. But I hadn't decided what binding I'm going to put on them. If I had my binding and knew what I was going to put, I didn't have it started. But I may have to run to a quilt shop and pick out something that matches it. You got to make the bacon and eggs. It's sausage and eggs this morning. And you have a great day too, all of you. Let's see. Love my biscuits. I'm not making biscuits. I'm going to pop toast in the oven this morning. It's getting to be sometimes where it's a little warm during the day, and I try not to heat the house up. So I'll try to limit my oven on time. I'm going to hand sew. Okay. We'll be waiting on that. All right. See you tonight. Then. You want biscuits and gravy tonight. All right. Okay, Frida, have a beautiful day. Then maybe, all right, I'll see y'all tonight. I've got to shut my mouth. I love y'all. Bye. Love you. See you later. Happy Mother's Day.